Is this the moment for Lee Fowler? It is. Take your place in Division 2, Huddersfield Town. Joy for Jacko. Despair for Keith Curl and Co. It's all blue and white here in Cardiff. Wales belongs to Huddersfield. Huddersfield belong to Division 2.
Please welcome Mr. Peter Jackson.
June the 27th, 2003. Peter Jackson is unveiled as Town's new manager. The club's been rescued by the Huddersfield Giants Rugby League club owner Ken Davey. Jacko, Town's boss between 1997 and 1999, is back at the McAlpine.
We're still waiting for those. First of all,
he was the obvious choice because of his history with the club, and he left at a difficult time, but really I believe has the opportunity to prove himself, wants to prove himself. His heart and soul is in the club. He's very popular with the supporters, and I believe he is absolutely the obvious choice, in fact the only choice that could be made at this point in time.
But after 2 relegations in 3 seasons, and with the club still in administration, Jacko faces an uphill battle. When you were offered the job down here, how long did it take you to actually accept it?
Well, there was a lot of rumours flying around, John, that you know, I was going to get offered the job, and you know, I got it 6 weeks before it got announced, really. But I don't have any second thoughts because I've turned jobs down before. But I just felt comfortable coming back to the club. You know, people say you shouldn't go back, but I looked at where the club was with 8 professionals on the books, no pre-season organised, no assistant manager, no physio, no kit, no season tickets sold, and people said I was stupid. But I've come back, and it was the right decision.
As a player, I knew, you know, how passionate he was and how the fans loved him. So I thought it was probably, you know, the best possible appointment, really. And then when he came in and I realised how enthusiastic he is about the club, and I realised that it was definitely the right appointment.
I was pleased because I mean he brought me onto the bench when I was 16, I think, against Wrexham in the cup. So you know, it's nice for an ex-Town player as well to come and you know what he's been like before. You know, his enthusiasm and that, and Terry Orth, they're just a great pairing. So we were excited.
Yeah, I was quite happy actually because he signed me from non-league 5 years ago, him and Taff. So him to come back, it were very pleasing for me.
I was very pleased because I mean I was very young when they were here before. But from what everybody said, they were a fantastic partnership, and just what they need, or just what the club needed at that time, because they needed somebody that had been here before just to steady the ship and really have somebody for all the fans to trust and really get behind. And I think they were the right appointment. How disappointing was it for you when you were sacked in the first place?
Yeah, I was disappointed. Well, in fact, I was devastated by what happened to me. You know, not many managers get sacked for finishing 10th in Division 1. I can understand it if we were finishing the bottom 3 or we lost 20 on the trot, but that wasn't the case. But you know, I try to put that back in my mind, John. That was 5 years ago, and I have to be positive coming back and don't think what could have been. But I still say to this day that if I was still in charge, this club would be in this mess now. I reckon, or I know, we would be still a First Division club by now. In the change room then, Jacko always made it a great dressing room when he was a player, and I think that was the main thing. He were making sure that he'd got this year. And as I say, I knew Taff as well from Sheffield Wednesday, who were my coach at Sheffield, so I knew those two were definitely the right people. I think the gaffer's enthusiasm is just unbelievable, and he gets mixed in with the lads, and you just can't help but get excited just the same way that he's doing.
He's like a big kid, really, isn't he?
Definitely, yeah. Oh yeah, you won't say that to his face.
Hi, it's Peter Jackson. Just to introduce, I know all your supporters who turn up today won't know half of my players, so we've introduced a lot of players, so I'm going to introduce the 10 new players that Huddersfield have signed, so I'll introduce them one by one. Robbie Edwards. Robbie, come forward. Round of applause for Rob. This is Robbie Edwards, a signing from Chesterfield, Rob, is that right?
Yeah.
Club captain, soccer legend, the best left back in this division. So this is Robbie Edwards. Robbie, a few words for the fans?
Yeah, just get behind the lads this season, and hopefully we'll have a good one.
Cheers, Rob. Steve Yates. We think Steve Yates is 33, but it might be 44, we don't know. Experienced central defender, been at Bristol Rovers, QPR and Sheffield United, so I'm delighted to welcome Steve on board. Rock of the defence this year. I'm sure he's got to be a soccer legend down at McAlpine. Steve, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, very much so. It's great.
Is that it? Fantastic. Off you go. Husey, Ian Hughes, centre-back from Blackpool, was club captain at Blackpool. Another centre-back that I brought in. I'm sure Husey will be a big success down at the club. He will put his head in the cement mix of this kid. So this is Husey. Anything to tell the fans, Husey, about you?
Yeah, I was just looking forward to Saturday, hope for a good win.
Excellent, Husey, well done. Obviously not a TV personality, cheers. Lee Fowler. Lee Fowler's a player I picked up. He's only 20 years of age, from Coventry, Welsh under 21 international, midfield dynamo. Kazi. Tony Carr's been around a few clubs. Actually were you my apprentice at Bradford City? I can't remember. I was at Bradford City when I was a player, but I think you were a junior then, Kazi, wasn't it? Super Sodji. Sodji has been Crewe, Luton, all over this guy. So I'm delighted to welcome Sodji on board. Sodji still had 12 months left at Crewe, still had 12 months left on his contract, but he's dropped down 2 divisions to come and play for him at McAlpine. So I'm delighted to welcome Sodji here. Once again, he will be a great personality in and around the club, and particularly on the field, and Sodji will be a soccer legend down here. Sodji, how are you enjoying the training and the club so far, even though you've only been here 3 days?
No, I've loved it. It's a wonderful club, so at the end of the day I'm enjoying it. Good manager, you know, not because you're here, but from the word of people, he's a good manager, so I'm enjoying it.
I think when I came down and after seeing Mr. Jackson, I was like, he spoke about the club, told me the situations about the club, how the club is going to administration, and I knew about that before. Obviously when you get a big club like that, it's always going to be on the news and talk about it. And coming here, I just thought to myself, I said, well, there's only one way the club can go, and that's going up.
Excellent. Is that all right?
Yes, sound nice.
Have I done you, Trey? Have I done you?
Town's newly assembled squad was unbeaten in pre-season. Scouts included Sunderland, just relegated from the Premiership.
It's always interesting when you get new players, because to bring so many new players in, you don't know if they're going to gel or not. And luckily for us, he brought some great experienced players in and a few younger players, and everybody gelled. And like the training room straight away took off, and everybody just got on with everybody, and that's the most important thing.
The first goal of the new season at the McAlpine may have been scored by Cambridge United, but the second and third came from the boot of a young man destined to take the third division by storm. Town were denied an opening day victory by a late Cambridge equaliser, but the fans had a new hero.
I think it was sort of a coming of age type thing. I worked very hard in the gym to build up my body strength, because let's face it, it's a bit of a beanpole, and I still need work on it now. But no, I think it's strange with football. Suddenly things just click and things happen, and as soon as you find a little bit of confidence, things seem to start going well for you, and you just build from that. And I started the season well, like you said, with the pre-season games, and I just felt like it was going to be a good season for me, and it turned out like it has.
3 days later, First Division Derby County visited the MAC in the first round of the Carling Cup. They took a first-half lead, but goals from Stead and John Thorrington took Town through to round 2.